Hello, this is Legend TV, a striker in the late 2000s who drove a lot of underground Liverpool fans into the open. The aristocrat who graced the EPL stage with his blonde hair fluttering in the red uniform. A striker who went from being a Spanish forward specialist to becoming the worst transfer flop in history since 2010. The unfortunate striker. The player we're introducing today is Fernando Torres. On March 20, 1984, about 30 minutes southwest of the center of Madrid, Spain, lies Fuenlabrada, where Torres was born. In this city of 200,000, Torres grew up watching Captain Tsubasa and dreamed of becoming a footballer. Like other boys, he naturally got into football at a young age, and his skill was far superior to his peers, making him a local star. He started as a goalkeeper at age 5, and entered the league at age 7. He changed his position to a striker during this time, and 3 years later, in 1995, at the age of 11, he joined the Atletico Madrid Youth Academy. Although Real Madrid, close to Madrid, was more favored, he preferred Atletico Madrid due to his grandfather's influence. He progressed through the age group youth levels, lifted the Nike Cup in 1998, and was considered the best player in his age group. In 1999, at the age of 15, he signed a contract with Atletico and participated in the top league the following year. He was preparing for his debut in 2000, but an injury, a fractured tibia, temporarily postponed his debut, and he played his first senior match on May 27, 2001. Debuting at 17, he scored his first goal a week later and showed play befitting the senior team. At that time, Atletico Madrid was in the second division, Segunda, so Torres played for 2 seasons in Segunda, scoring 2 goals. In 2002, Atletico won Segunda and was promoted to La Liga, and Torres began to grow as a rising star, scoring 6 goals in 34 games. Then, he fully showcased his goal-scoring sense in La Liga. In the 2002-2003 season, the team finished 11th, but he recorded a good tally of 13 goals in 29 games. Luis Garcia was the team's second highest scorer, meaning Torres played a dominant role. He was also the top scorer at the 2002 UEFA European Under-19 Championship with the Spanish Under-19 team, leading the team to their first title in 7 years and sweeping the Best Player award. This was a huge achievement following his top scorer and Best Player award at the U16 tournament the previous year. In the 2003 match against Real Madrid, he wore the Atletico Madrid captain's armband, showing his leadership, and hit the 19-goal mark in La Liga, quickly becoming a superstar. At the time, La Liga top scorer Ronaldo had 24 goals, and Torres finished second in La Liga scoring with 19 goals, tied with another player. Torres was only 19 years old at the time. In the 2004-2005 season, his goal tally dropped to 16, but he scored a valuable goal in the Intertoto Cup, hinting at a move to a bigger stage, and was selected for the Spanish national team, a very difficult feat. Watuin, who was in poor form in the league, and Reyes, who was playing in England, were dropped, but Torres was selected. Torres was named an attacking force to lead Spain alongside Raúl and Morentes. He also participated in the Euros wearing the number 9, growing into one of the most noted young strikers in Europe,
along with Huntelaar.
The secret behind his explosive growth was the constant selection by his mentor, who had been with him from the youth department up to the senior team. In 2005, Chelsea attempted to sign him, but the club owner refused, and he also rejected an offer from Newcastle, sticking to the decision that the team's ace was not for sale. The club owner, Gil, reportedly said, "I wouldn't trade Torres for Ronaldo." In the 2006-2007 season, he scored 14 goals, but the team failed to qualify for European competitions, and many teams started targeting Torres, who desired a bigger stage. Many were English teams, and he miraculously transferred to Liverpool on July 4, 2007. The transfer fee, then a record for Liverpool, was €30 million. And in order to wear the number 9 shirt, players like Djibril Cissé and Bellamy had to be sold. In the European qualifiers for the 2006 World Cup, He performed brilliantly, scoring 6 goals in 11 games. In his first World Cup final appearance, Torres scored the 4th goal in Spain's 4-0 victory over Ukraine, registering his first World Cup goal. Torres and Villa each scored 3 goals, finishing the tournament as Spain's joint top scorers. In his first season, 2007-2008, he formed the Torres-Gerrard line with Gerrard at Liverpool, scoring 24 league goals, surpassing
Ruud van Nistelrooy's
record for the most goals by a foreign player. No player had scored that many goals for Liverpool in 10 years, and his pretty boy looks made him incredibly popular. Nicknamed the line breaker, his movement, utilizing his high speed to exploit the space behind the opponent's defense, was superb, and his finishing was also excellent. He scored brilliantly from difficult angles and awkward body positions, and was particularly good against big teams, scoring the winning goal in the Euro 2008 final against Germany, earning the title of the savior of Spanish football from UEFA. During this period, he established himself as the main striker for the Spanish national team. Alongside the revised Raúl, Euro 2008 David Villa, and now Torres, a period when goal scorers were abundant.
2009-2010 season, he scored 18 league goals, netting 56 goals in 3 seasons at Liverpool. Spain won their first World Cup at the 2010 South Africa World Cup that followed the season's end, but Torres missed many chances, earning him the nickname Torre Fluff. Particularly in the Portugal match, Spain played with a Villa-Torres 2-striker system with a defense-first counterattack style, but chances were repeatedly squandered and the coach substituted Torres for the tall target man Llorente in the second half. After that, the attack improved and they won 1-0 with Villa's winning goal. In the summer transfer window after the World Cup, Torres requested a transfer due to Liverpool's unstable situation and their failure to qualify for the Champions League. Chelsea was watching Torres closely, ready to sign him, and offered a huge sum of 50 million euros. Liverpool refused the offer and re-signed Torres with a 75 billion, approximately 57 million euros, buyout clause in case of failure to qualify for the Champions League. However, Liverpool's performance was disastrous at the start of 2011, making Champions League qualification impossible, and Torres requested a transfer once again. Let's see how disastrous it was. Then coach Hodgson used a defensive attacking strategy similar to his Fulham days, which ruined matches against Newcastle away and Tottenham, among others. Following the defeat against Wolverhampton on December 29th, Liverpool finished the first half of the season in 12th place. Torres himself must have felt, "I came here to win trophies, and now I face this ordeal." However, when Torres announced his intention to leave just 3 days before the transfer deadline, the fury of the club and the fans erupted, and the entire Liverpool team began to stagger. 3 days was nowhere near enough time to sign a new replacement, which was a fatal blow to a club already lacking strong attacking resources apart from Torres. Furthermore, this act poured cold water on the situation as the striker position was empty and Dalglish had just taken charge. Fans of other teams mocked Torres' dip in form, calling him Torre Flop, but Liverpool fans were more disappointed because they believed he was resurrecting, having scored a multi-goal haul in the 23rd league round. 24-year-old Suarez joined around the time Torres left, but for Liverpool fans, the loss of Torres was too great. Left with no choice, they hurriedly bought Andy Carroll, who was performing well and scoring 10 goals in the first half of the season for Newcastle, for 61.3 billion. So, on the last day of the transfer market, January 30th, 2011, Torres transferred to Chelsea for 89 billion, approximately 68 million euros. This marked the beginning of a shameful dark age for Torres fans. Chelsea was already far behind in the title race, 10 points behind Manchester United, and after Torres' transfer, in the match against Liverpool, Torres was humiliated by receiving an elbow from his former teammate Jamie Carragher. In the post-match interview, Carragher reportedly said, "I cannot accept that he has sunk to the level of Liverpool's greatest rival. That is the respect you show the club." Chelsea's 1-0 away victory brought flop reviews from Chelsea fans and simultaneously branded him a traitor by Liverpool fans. After being crushed by criticism, he scored his debut goal in the 34th round after 16 games. He was mocked for scoring only after 15 games despite his 89 billion. But Torres stated in an interview, "I am grateful for the patience of the fans who believed in me and worried about me." He scored just 1 goal for Chelsea that season. Determined, Torres scored 2 goals and 1 assist in a friendly match against VfL Bochum in the 2011-2012 season and scored a beautiful lob over the goalkeeper from Leverkusen's Anelka's through ball, signaling his return. In the 6th round against Swansea, he scored his 2nd goal but was sent off for a 2-footed tackle, and a battle of opinion broke out among fans, with some continuously demanding his release and others arguing that they should wait. Despite being the highest-paid player on the team, he failed to score for 1,595 minutes, and the slump deepened, scoring only 5 goals in 50 games. Torres himself lacked confidence, often attempting reckless dribblings and shots in scoring positions, missing goals. But the problem was less with Torres individually, and more that the focus of Chelsea's tactics was not centered around him. When Villas-Boas stepped down and Di Matteo took over as interim coach, Torres began to show signs of revival, delivering a brilliant performance with 2 goals and 2 assists in the FA Cup semi-final against Leicester City. The Champions League semi-final against Barcelona produced the masterpiece backheel goal, nicknamed the 89 billion KRW goal. Oddly, Torres was strong against Barcelona, earning the nickname Barca Killer with 8 goals in 11 games. Following that, he scored a hat-trick against QPR in the league, his first in 946 days, signaling his return once again. Expectations were high for him to start in the Champions League final, but he eventually came on as a substitute, and Di Matteo excluded Torres from the penalty shootout. He prioritized Drogba over Torres. The 2012-2013 season started smoothly with the opening goal in the Community Shield against Manchester United before the season began, but by October, the mockery began, saying Torre flop is coming soon. His speed was no longer at its peak, and his ability to break the offside trap declined, leading to frequent offside calls and missed one-on-one chances. When Benitez took over, Torres scored 5 goals in 2 months, leading Chelsea fans to hope for his revival, but he soon fell silent again, and the criticism boiled up. When Demba started and Chelsea won repeatedly, Torres was compared to him, solidifying his position as one of the worst flops in football history. Instead of sulking, he gave up his blonde hair for a buzz cut, like Slam Dunk's Hanamichi Sakuragi, and scored a goal but was constantly blocked by defenders, proving that shaving his head didn't help. By this point, fans tired of Torres' cycles of slump and revival were demanding his release even when he scored. However, Torres himself chose to stay, saying, "I want to go back to Atletico, but not now. I will repay Chelsea." He showed better form compared to his slump, scoring the opening goal in the Europa League final, contributing to the victory. In the 2013-2014 season, Mourinho returned to Stamford Bridge. He stated in an interview that he would rely on Torres, and sure enough, despite starting and substituting in 10 games, he showed a good start with 5 goals. After that, he scored once every 2 weeks, extending his stay, but eventually, in the crucial Liverpool match for the league title, he missed a decisive chance and the fans' patience exploded, realizing the problem wasn't just the main striker's poor form. At the end of the season, Chelsea brought in a new goal scorer, Diego Costa, but Torres, who needed to be sold, couldn't find a buyer due to his high wages. It was even a hot topic of public interest whether Park Chu-young or Torres would be sold first. After the shocking group stage elimination at the Brazil World Cup, he was no longer called up to the national team. In the 2014-2015 season, Mourinho eventually did not give up his wages, leading to a high price tag. While Atletico Madrid was ready to buy if he reduced his wages, he was confirmed to be loaned to AC Milan for 2 years. However, he was not very good at AC Milan either. Milan decided they needed to move Torres on, and he was swapped for Alessio Cerci on loan. It was his return to his hometown club after 10 years. In the 2015-2016 season, under coach Simeone, Torres scored a multi-goal in the second leg of the Copa del Rey round of 16 against Real Madrid, proving the saying "going abroad is suffering," and the defensive counter-attacking play style suited Torres well. The Champions League semi-final against Barcelona was a defeat, but he scored a goal just 1 minute into the match, and in the Madrid derby match, he came on as a substitute and assisted Mandzukic's goal. Later, when Mandzukic left, he was given the number 9 shirt. Because his popularity hadn't faded, the number 9 jersey sold like hotcakes, and in the third round match against Barca, he scored his 10th goal against Barcelona in 15 games, truly showing his Barca killer form. But that was about it. He was selected for the best 11 in the first half of the season, and in the winter transfer market there was criticism like "still a flop," and rumors of a transfer to Jeonbuk Hyundai even emerged. On February 7th, in a home game against Eibar at the Vicente Calderón, the ATM's home stadium, he scored his 100th league goal for Atletico Madrid. Right after the game ended, he ran over to Manuel Brenes, the ATM youth team director, who was leaving the stadium, and gave him the game shirt from his 100th league goal. It was the best gift he could give to the person who made Torres who he was. Despite a poor first half, he showed good form in the second half, recording double digits in goals, and the possibility of a contract renewal increased. On July 4, 2016, Atletico Madrid signed Torres on a free transfer from Milan. Gamero and Griezmann started, and Torres became a joker, a super sub, assisting a crucial goal in the Deportivo match, earning the team 1 point. He played in 31 games that season, but 18 were as a substitute, indicating a low starting proportion. However, he scored in important games, recording 8 goals and 9 assists, and his multi-goal haul in the last game at the Vicente Calderón, Atletico Madrid Stadium, gave fans many memories. Torres, the tragic football genius, was now 34 years old, relegated from lead to supporting actor, but he still gave his best. He quietly supported Atletico's Europa League victory. In 2018, he moved to Saga Tosu in Japan, entering the twilight of his football career. Unfortunately, he showed disappointing form, scoring 4 goals in 32 games in Japan, failing to meet expectations. Each goal cost 1.8 billion, approximately 1.3 million euros. In June 2019, he made his decision. He announced his retirement, saying, "My body is telling me I can no longer enjoy football." He left the field where he had played for 18 years.
El Niño Fernando Torres, who dominated an era from a young boy in Spain to a member of the Spanish national team's golden generation. He won the World Cup, Euros, Champions League, Europa League, and FA Cup, lifting countless trophies, but never won the league title. And during his Chelsea days, he had to carry the ignominious label of flop. However, he was a goal scorer who revived in times of crisis and scored important goals for his team. What kind of player do you remember Torres as? If you enjoyed it, please click subscribe and like.